Today we will go through the second unit of the lesson, The Portrait of a Lady. As you know, a home is a happy home where live grandparents. A beautiful home is that home where there are grandmothers. The writer was lucky enough to have his grandmother who was very much loving, caring, protective, and affectionate. She was not only his grandmother, but she was also his intimate friend. In the first unit of the lesson, we read how the appearance of the grandmother was explained by the narrator Khusbant Singh. Now the text. My grandmother and I were good friends. Study this sentence. Here the subject is my grandmother and I. What do we find? We find third person singular number first, then first person singular number. And remember, if nouns and pronouns of different numbers and persons are joined by conjunction and its rule is first will come second person, then third person, and then first person. If nouns and pronouns of different numbers are joined, but only third person and first person is there, first will come third person and then first person. So here it is used correctly. My grandmother and I were good friends. Through this statement, the writer wants to convey to us that his grandmother was his good friend, or they were very good friends. My parents left me with her when they went to live in the city. What did his parents do? His parents left him with his grandmother when they went to live in the city. And thereafter, both the writer Khusbant Singh as a child and his grandmother were constantly together. Constantly means always. Both grandmother and the writer Khusbant Singh were constantly together. She used to wake me up in the morning and get me ready for school. As long as Khusbant Singh stayed with his grandmother in the village, his grandmother used to wake him up in the morning and get him ready for school. She said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing song while she bathed and dressed me in the hope that I would listen and get to know it by heart. Grandmother said her morning prayer in a monotonous means boring, and sing song means murmur voice, while she bathed and dressed child Khusbant in the hope that he would listen and get to know the prayer by heart. So why did she say her morning prayer in a monotonous sing-song way? The grandmother said her morning prayer in a monotonous sing-song way, hoping that her grandson would listen and get to know the prayer by heart. The child Khusbant listened because he loved her voice, but never bothered to learn it. Khusbant Singh listened to the prayers sung by his grandmother, but he was not interested to learn the prayers by heart. He listened. And why did he listen to the prayers of his grandmother? He listened to the prayers of his grandmother because he loved her voice. But he never bothered means worried, to learn the prayer. Then she would fetch my wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk, a tiny earthen inkpot, and a reed pen. Tie them all in a bundle and hand it to me. Thereafter, the grandmother would fetch means bring, his wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk. She would also bring a tiny earthen inkpot and a reed pen and tie them all in a bundle and hand it to the writer Khusbant Singh. After a breakfast of a thick, stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, we went to school. Then she used to give her grandson a breakfast of a thick, stale chapati. Stale means not fresh, as the chapati was made the previous night. The next day morning, that chapati was served to her grandson. So, here it is used stale chapati. After a breakfast of a thick stale chapati with a little butter and sugar spread on it, both the grandmother and child Khusbant went to school. She carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. While going to school with her grandson, she carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. Here you see how she had love and affection even for the village dogs. That was the reason why she carried several stale chapatis with her for the village dogs. My grandmother always went to school with me because the school was attached to the temple. Why did Khusbant Singh's grandmother always go to school with him? Khusbant Singh's grandmother always went to school with him because the school was attached to the temple. That was the reason why she always accompanied her grandson to his school. The priest taught us the alphabet and the morning prayer. Who was the teacher of the village school? The priest of the temple was the teacher of the village school. And what did he teach to the students? He taught the alphabet and the morning prayer to the students. Thus, the students in the village were taught the alphabet and the morning prayer by the teacher of the village. While the children sat in rows on either side of the veranda singing the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus. Chorus means song sung in a group. My grandmother sat inside reading the scriptures while the children were taught by the priest of the temple. The grandmother sat inside the temple reading the scriptures. Here the scriptures means holy books. What have you understood? While the students of the village school sat in rows on either side of the veranda singing or reciting the alphabet or the prayer in a chorus, Khusbant Singh's grandmother sat inside the temple reading the holy books. When we had both finished, when grandmother had finished her reading of the holy books and the child Khusbant was taught by the priest of the temple, they would walk back together. This time, the village dogs would meet us at the temple door. After finishing their studies, when they returned home, they were followed by the village dogs. This time, while returning home, the village dogs would meet them at the temple door. They followed us. Here, they means the village dogs followed both the grandmother and Khusbant Singh to their home, growling. Growling means making angry and threatening voice and fighting with each other for the chapatis they threw to them. As you know, while accompanying the grandson, the grandmother carried several stale chapatis for village dogs, and when they returned home after finishing their studies, they threw the stale chapatis to the village dogs, and the village dogs followed them to their home, growling and fighting with each other for the chapatis. So, what have you understood? The grandmother took proper care of the writer during his childhood. She used to wake him up early in the morning and get him ready for school. While bathing and dressing him, she always recited her morning prayer in a monotonous sing-song voice. She hoped that he would listen and get the prayer by heart. Then she fetched his wooden slate, which she had already washed and plastered with yellow chalk, a small earthen ink pot, and a reed pen. She tied them all in a bundle and handed it to the writer. Then she gave him breakfast of 12 chapatis with a little butter and sugar spread on it and went him with the writer to his school. We can say that she was a good companion of the writer in the village in his childhood days.